Who do you think has the cucumber? Whitney in her luggage?
I don't think anybody had it. I think it was some stupid production bullshit. I don't think anybody brought it. You're not going to bring that.
Why would you put a fresh cucumber in your luggage?
Right, you don't even put it in a Ziploc? Come on.
Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join 3 Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers! Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Lori.
We are talking about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 6, Episode number 7, Above Deck and Below the Belt. Yeah, appropriate.
Yeah.
We
I'd
start
say
out
so.
at 10:55 p.m. The ladies meet up at the airport. Kelly, what was the thoughts on the attire?
Somebody was dressed, was it Whitney?
Yep,
Looked
PJs.
like
PJs.
so cute and so
PJs.
comfortable. But like
PJs.
Heather was wearing jeans. Like, we've had this
Yeah.
conversation. The jeans are a
I
no-go
know.
on a plane.
I know.
I don't know. Lisa wore the pajamas to that lunch. Now she's wearing, I'm all for the casual look, but I don't know. I don't know what else.
PJs on a plane is perfectly acceptable in my opinion. I mean, I don't travel often, but I'm not gonna, judge anyone who wears pajamas on a
No,
plane.
not at all. It's just, I don't know. I just find it odd. That's all. I don't know why. I mean, I could really
While
give a
they're
shit,
there,
but
yeah, they get a text from Bronwyn that she missed, or that she's going to miss her flight, but she's still going to go. She's going to meet at the cruise ship. And we see that they're flying first to Newark. So they're going from Salt Lake to Newark, then to Barbados, and then to Canouan Island in Australia.
I thought
That's
that was
a
so
lot.
funny that they were stopping in Newark. She's
Yeah,
like,
I
first
thought
we're
that
going
was
to
I did
Newark.
too. Yeah, I thought so too.
but
I was like,
really, I think it's bizarre to travel 15 hours to be somewhere for 3 days.
yeah,
It's bizarre.
Jessel's husband did it on New York.
he did it
Just
for a day.
He did it for a day. For a
Yep.
sandwich.
Yeah.
Yes,
get it.
yes.
But now when they got there, they did an outfit change, and I loved Angie's outfit. She had on like this silk pantsuit, like 2-piece.
Yeah.
Just beautiful. That I loved.
Yeah.
And I feel like Whitney's hair, maybe the deal with the hair is maybe, I'm not a hairdresser, so I don't know. Like maybe the first couple times she dyed it, maybe she had to like work into that color, because I feel like the color's looking so much better.
Well,
Or maybe
probably
you got
because
used
first-
to it.
when you go from blonde to red,
You
like
got to work into it, right?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
going to be because, you're blonde. You're starting from nothing.
Right,
then you're
right.
adding
Adding
color.
color onto it, because I felt like when I saw her, I was like, oh my God, her hair looks like so much better. So maybe
Yeah.
that.
So now you're depositing more red on top of red instead of red on top of blonde.
Top blonde.
Oh, you mean after she redoes it? You're saying after
Right.
she?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's good. And
as
plus,
time
every
goes
time you
on.
do it, it's going to
Yeah.
be
Or
more
it gets
vibrant
deeper.
anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's looking much better.
Okay, good.
And I'm
glad
only
you
saying
like
that because I have barely even just brushed my hair today, because I was off.
Yeah.
Hence why I'm
Me
talking
too.
about someone else's hair.
Right. Me too. I look horrible tonight, but I don't care.
No one cares.
Right.
So they meet up with Captain Jason and the ship Katina. When Angie gets there, she literally hugs the entire crew like they were her best friends and she's known them forever. And she literally just met them. I thought that was
That's
very
just
welcoming.
Angie. That's
We
just
watch
Angie.
Below Deck. I mean, people do that. Some
I mean, I
people
do
that.
watch Below Deck. I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
Some people definitely, I mean, everybody hugs on their way out, but a lot of
Yeah.
people hug them when they first get there. Listen, you're
Yeah.
going on a fucking yacht for 3 days. Why wouldn't you hug
Yeah.
everybody there?
Right, you
I would
should be happy as
ecstatic.
hell.
I'd be hugging everybody.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I have a note here. I wonder if Captain Jason and Heather have hooked up. I think they have.
So you wrote that early on in the
I
episode.
swear it's one of the first things I wrote.
So
Well, she did say that, her and Whitney went and met Captain Jason in Australia and spent some time with him while they were vacationing. So they hung out for a week.
Yeah, but
prior
later in the
to.
episode, she actually says they've,
I know, I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But it's not like, she made it kind of known to us in the very beginning that she has a little bit of a history with him, that
Right.
they spent some time together. Angie says in her confessional that she's never been on a yacht before, but watching Lisa, she's taking my good energy away. She's like, or I could just stand next to her and my ankles will feel thinner. Just
Yeah, so
kidding.
clearly they're just going to shade each other this whole time.
Right, because then Lisa throws her shade about her only having been on an RV before. So, of course, the yacht is going to be something special for her. I don't like when listen, I'd rather they do it in the confessionals instead of the way they yell and scream at each other, to be quite honest with you. Because the yelling and screaming is it's just ridiculous.
It's
just
way out of control.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. They start out with a shot of margarita and glasses of champagne. I've never done that before, a shot of margarita. I mean, I've had a margarita.
I don't think I've ever had a shot of margarita either. Interesting.
Right?
I don't think I have either, but I could not. If I mixed tequila and then champagne, I would
know
be a
it's-
No,
mess.
it's not a
A
good
little bit
mix.
weird,
Yeah.
right?
It's a
Yeah.
little weird. Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, I'd be a mess.
As soon as Lisa got the margarita, she said, "Oh, from now on, I only want my tequila. I'll make sure you have only mine."
Ew.
Okay.
Ew.
Okay, Lisa.
How about Heather in her confessional? It says they asked her if you were stuck on an island with Captain Jason, what would you bring? She says the
A
bikini
bikini.
and condoms. I
Condoms.
love it.
Yep.
It's good. Good,
Yep.
good.
By the way, Lisa, if you wanted your own tequila on the ship, why didn't you tell them you wanted your tequila on the ship? Because
Right?
that's
you
what
had
a
your
preference
sheet.
sheet's for.
You had your preference
Yeah,
sheet.
because we've seen episodes of Below Deck where they only want a specific brand of certain alcohols, and they
Hey.
have it for them.
Listen, Mary made sure
So
that
if you
she wrote
wanted
it.
Vita, that's damn
Mary
straight.
made
So
sure.
if you wanted Vita, one could have brought some, you cheap asshole,
Mhm.
or you could have put it on your preference sheet and they would have
And
supplied
they
it
would
for
have had
you.
it for you.
Yeah.
And
I
how about
agree.
when Angie said to the crew, "You will never work so hard for your money in your life."
She's not lying.
She's not lying.
On TikTok, that Triz rants,
Mhm.
T-Riz rants.
Yeah.
He said these women must have better have left a hefty, hefty tip at the end of their trip. Yeah.
And remember, I was telling you about the bringing the bags on the yacht, that it's just not what you do. Because did you hear the guys?
Yes.
They were
Yeah.
bitching about the luggage. They're like,
Yeah.
because
This is the worst part.
You just don't do it. It's just not
Right.
something you do on a yacht.
Right.
So funny.
Actually, I'm looking forward to, because Andy had mentioned it on Watch What Happens Live, when we do finally see the season of Below Deck Australia, we're going to get their side of this
Yeah.
whole trip.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yes. I mean, I do watch Below Deck. I watch right now Captain Sandy's on. I watch every season, so I'm really looking forward to this one because I can't wait to see. I mean, we kind of see it. I mean, because we saw, the housewives side was ridiculous. So I can't
Yeah.
wait to hear their confessionals.
Oh yeah, it would be
Yeah.
great.
So it's Daisy is the chief stew, Joao is the bosun. These are return cast
Mhm.
members, and the chef is Chef Ben. So it's nice to see that. It's nice to see that.
So Heather and Whitney are sharing a room.
Yes.
Lisa and Whitney. No. Heather and Whitney, Lisa and Meredith, Mary and Angie, Brittany and Bronwyn. And why is Brittany upset? Out of you and Bronwyn, you're way more annoying. Bronwyn should be the one who's upset.
Yes, exactly.
Well, Brittany doesn't think she's annoying, so.
Yeah, that's wild.
How about Lisa? Very weird. Well, I'm sleeping with my sister. What? Do you hear? Like, what?
Yeah. Bronwyn's still not there yet. And they tell Daisy that we still have a guest coming. And she's like, well, just we'll take care of it. We'll tender her over to you. So then Brittany says that she would like to hang out with Captain Jason. And she has a little bit of a conversation with Heather. And she said, I would like to hang out with Captain Jason. She said that she was taking a break, though, in her confessional from Jared for 30 days. But then he showed up when she was packing. And he delivers her this stupid unicorn.
It was so cringy. It was very cringy.
That was horrible.
And correct me
they
if I'm wrong.
obviously hooked up when he came over to help her pack.
Obviously.
100%.
She's the oldest.
100%.
She's the oldest on the cast.
Brittany?
Is she? How old is she?
I don't know, but I read that somewhere today that she's the oldest on the cast, and she acts
I don't know
like
why I would have thought it was Meredith.
she's the youngest.
I would have thought it was
Who?
Meredith also.
Meredith's
I s-
not the youngest.
No, I said she acts like she's the youngest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I would assume Whitney's the youngest, or Mary, actually.
I think it's Whitney. I think you're right with Whitney. I mean, I could be wrong though. So then Meredith jumps in and she's like, if you mention it when she says she wants to, go after Captain Jason, if you mention Jared's name, we're gonna hose you off with water. And she's like, Jared, Jared, Jared. So Meredith like dumped water on her. I was like, a whole pitcher. I mean, not just a little glass, but a whole pitcher.
But didn't Jen Shaw do that?
When?
Didn't Jen Shaw do that? I saw some clip where Jen Shaw did the exact same thing on social media. I saw it.
I don't remember. I mean, it's
that.
very possible.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
But you know what the problem with that is that other people have to clean that shit up. And when you're on a boat like that, there is no downtime. You are working your ass off the whole entire time. Like,
Yeah.
people don't necessarily look at it like that, but there is a lot of constant work to be done. And you are just adding to somebody's work. Just stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just rude.
Right.
Yeah. So then we see Bronwyn shows up. The tender arrives with her yellow wrapped dress and her hat.
Kookadook.
Lisa's like, oh, I've seen that dress before. And I love that she's worn it more than once. I mean, listen, when you're
Sure,
going
why
on a
wouldn't
yacht,
you?
that's the dress you wear, right?
Sure. Yes. Yes.
Meanwhile, Meredith dumps yet another picture on Brittany. So this is 2 pictures she's dumped on her.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
The staff now has to clean up.
Right.
Right. Right.
Right.
Angie is seasick as soon as she gets on the boat, as soon as the boat starts moving. I felt so bad for Angie. I've
was
actually never
horrible.
seen anybody that sick. I mean, the fact that she was actually in the water and still
Yeah.
vomiting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then when she got, I mean, how did she even have anything left in her that she was that sick? I mean, I've
I
never
don't
seen
know.
anybody that sick before.
Yeah, seasickness can really do a number on you. Most
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean, I feel like she was having the worst time ever.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I felt bad for her.
Yeah, that was hard to watch. Poor thing. And I just feel like Jared is so desperate to be on this show. That's why he did that whole stuffed animal, right?
Of
Like
course.
this guy can't let one scene go by without his name being mentioned or him calling her or now
Right.
because now he won't know the times, the call sheet times. So he's just going to send a stuffed unicorn and she's going to play
And
that.
it didn't say, Brittany, I love you. It said, you are loved.
That's
You can't-
right.
Come on.
That's right. That is what it said. Yeah.
That's a very good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I didn't even think of that. Lisa, in her confessional, said she's in a good place with Bronwyn, but basically Bronwyn's getting karma for calling her out.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that screams guilt to me.
I mean, everything Lisa did screams guilt.
For sure. That was the first thing.
And
Brittany asks,
when just looking back, when Bronwyn brought up the stuff about Lisa at the RV trip, she didn't bring it up with like rubbing her hands together like he. But Lisa had this like glee about her, like, ooh,
Right.
it's just such a big turnoff with me for her with stuff like that.
so Brittany asks Bronwyn, why didn't you come with us? And Bronwyn was like, well, I almost didn't come at all. I'm not going to discuss it now, but someone in this group is planting stories. And, the look on everyone's face. And she's like, I'm not embarrassed about my past. And then Brittany, being Brittany, said, well, you can look it up. It's public record. And Bronwyn said, not one person except for Mary even called me to see if I was okay. That
That's a
right
little
there is
weird.
very telling. That's very
Mhm.
telling.
Well, especially because Mary, Angie, and Whitney were all talking about it in Whitney's kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on. They all should have reached out to her. Who do you think has the cucumber? Whitney in her luggage?
I don't think anybody had it. I think it was a stupid production bullshit. I don't think anybody brought. You're not going to bring that.
Why would you put a fresh cucumber in your luggage?
Right, you don't even put it in a Ziploc? Come on.
Yeah, because
I
that's
know.
going to
That was
mess
so
up your
weird.
clothes and stuff.
Yeah, it's just, I think it was just some production bullshit so that people would talk about the cucumber.
Right.
In her confessional, Bronwyn said, there's mistakes like I've made in my past over 20 years ago. I was evicted from my apartment, and there's a case that they're trying to say is current, and they're trying to say it was 10 plus years ago. She's like, just because my name is mentioned, all they can find out is the penal code, and that penal code has to do with identity theft. But it doesn't say that
And
she was
grand
charged
theft.
with it.
And
Right. But
grand theft. Yeah.
it doesn't say that she was charged with it because she's saying that those documents are sealed. And the fact that this is all coming out now is putting stress on Todd and her family. And that's what she's upset about. Like, she doesn't care. Like, she's like, I've dealt with this. I know what this is. Then they're all sitting down to eat, and Heather's like, okay, well, this is our first meal on the yacht. And Bronwyn's here. And Whitney said, is everything okay? And she's like, no, a lot of stuff went down. Todd said people are trying to dig into my past and twist things around. And maybe I'd be better off not coming on this trip because, you guys are just going to be all over me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true.
I thought Meredith was a little snotty.
Yeah.
It would be in your best interest to clear it up. Well, why does she got to say fucking anything?
Right.
Because that's what
Right.
Meredith does. Because Meredith isn't showing us anything about her own life. And she never will. So this is what she has to do to try to stay relevant on the show.
And it was kind of a dumb question for Heather to say. Well, why is it so upsetting then? Well, of course it's upsetting. I mean,
The whole thing's
You
upsetting.
know why Heather said she saw stuff that was 2021? Like, why would she say that?
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
What, you got a pot big enough to put them in?
All the anatomically correct horses just staring you in the face all night.
I told you guys about the butterfly license plate I had, right?
Every week on Between the States, friends and guests share stories about everyday life.
The kind that make you laugh, think, and say,
yeah, I've been there too.
And the kind of connection you only get when real people open up and share their thoughts.
So if you want a show that feels like hanging out with good friends, where it's fun,
real,
sometimes a little deeper than you'd expect, check out Between the States.
New episodes drop every Thursday.
Between the States, a conversation you'll actually want to join.
So do that at
BetweenTheStates.com.
and available on all your favorite platforms.
and then Lisa follows it up with another dumb question. Oh, well, why would it matter? It's like, oh my gosh, just people.
I know. They're
It's like the plethora of dumb questions in
Yeah,
5 minutes.
right. So she basically explains that when she left BU, she didn't pay her last month's rent. So that's understandable.
She was kicked out of BY.
Yeah, but she didn't pay her last month's rent. That's
Right.
where the
Right.
one charge was
Right.
from.
Right.
And then something about something happened at her work, and she was cooperating.
Yeah.
But that's what's sealed.
Yeah,
Right.
so she
But
said
she
it's
said there were no charges filed
right,
against
right,
her.
on her, against her.
Right. Right.
So they ask her why Todd's so concerned, but it's like, why
Why wouldn't he be?
why wouldn't he be? Because what they found is nothing, and probably if they keep digging, they're not going to find anything. But the underlying thing is that somebody's trying to dig up dirt on her to make her look bad.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So why would you want to continue hanging out with people who are trying to make you look bad? It's a valid way to feel about your wife.
And even Lisa says, like, why would you be upset if it's not true? And she's like, well, when I started hanging out with you guys, all of a sudden, like, now people are digging up dirt on me. And Lisa's like, well, nobody would do that here. Nobody. And then Lisa said, well, wait, it's weird that you dug up stuff on me.
But she didn't
I
dig
mean-
anything up on her. She read the
No.
paper.
Exactly.
read the
Exactly.
Paper. But now,
And then
look-
Lisa's like, don't spin this on me because you got targeted. No, Lisa,
right.
that's not what
Now,
happens.
I'm not a big Lisa fan. I think Lisa's a big pot stirrer. I think she has lots of problems. I think she causes lots of chaos. I think she does dig shit up on people. But, I mean, it is plausible that maybe Lisa is not the person who's at fault for doing this. I mean, there's a lot of bloggers, there's a lot of armchair detectives out there. I mean, when you go on a show like this, people do
Well, that is true.
dig up and find stuff. But, I mean, Lisa wasn't making herself look real great either by her responses.
No, she
No.
wasn't, and I agree
No,
with
she
you,
was
and
not.
that's been out there too, that, that supposedly that this was on Twitter and that's where this information came from, that there's some I don't even know, some chiropractor or somebody who sits at home and looks up housewives and looks up, legal matters on housewives. That's what this person does and puts it out there. Listen, if that's what your life is, that's what your life is. That's insanity if that's what you
Right.
do in your spare time. Like,
Right. Well, that you've got time to do that.
yeah.
That's what's
Yeah.
insane.
But Lisa got very, very defensive, and Mary asked Bronwyn, "Do you think it's Lisa?"
Yeah.
I mean, I think
I mean-
it makes sense for them to all think that it's her, because what happens,
Mhm.
it's like the little boy who cries wolf. If you have a repeated pattern of behavior, then people, yes, are going to assume the worst about you. So on one hand, maybe somebody feels bad for Lisa, but on the other hand, whether you did it or not really doesn't make a difference. The difference is that you've done enough in the past that people would think that it was
Right.
you.
Right.
Right. But I mean, we never found out for sure if Lisa was behind the Alibaba thing last season, but Whitney's acting like she has absolute proof that it did.
Right. So who knows?
Who knows is right, and that's the whole that's the whole problem. So then, Lisa's like, this is irritating. Let's just go swimming. So they go out swimming in the water, and there's the Angie jumps in because Whitney told her she'll feel better if she's in the water, and there's floating around on the swan. Well, Brittany's floating on the swan, but she's calling it a duck. I'm like,
Well, Lisa was
But
calling it a
Lisa was
duck.
calling it a duck.
Lisa was
so
calling
was
it a duck.
Brittany. Brittany was
Dummy.
calling it a duck too. I'm like,
Goodness
don't you know the
sake.
difference between a
Don't you know
swan
your
and a duck?
birds?
And then they had to literally go out there and rescue poor Angie, and even Brittany was floating far out. I'm like,
Well, I
oh
was
my
thinking
gosh.
that as she was you don't have a paddle? You don't like what do you do? How are you getting back?
I mean, I don't think she had a plan.
I don't think she had a plan
Nope.
either.
I don't think there was a plan.
No. And then Angie in her confessional said, the worst part is that I'm so sick I can't even suck in, and I've got my damn bikini on. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
And
would've
Lisa
bothered me too.
Lisa was such a bitch to Angie when she was sick.
She's just a bitch in general to Angie.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
always
always a bitch to Angie.
honestly to everybody. Who is she not a
Yes.
bitch to?
There you go.
Meredith.
She was a bitch to Meredith for
Well-
a minute when she thought Meredith turned on her.
Yeah, she sure was.
She was a bitch to
Sure.
Meredith in that bathroom now, wasn't she?
Yep.
When
Couple
people were
seasons
ago.
recording her on the other side of the door.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
sure was a
Yeah.
bitch then.
So this is when Heather says she and Jason fucked around.
Yes.
Good for you, Adam.
Yes. Yeah, and Brittany then is trying to flirt with one of the other deck people, and she's talking to him, and she's like, well, I'm a real estate developer. I build, I sell. I build, I sell. She said it 3 times. I build, I sell. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what are you doing? Like, seriously,
Right.
what are you doing?
Did you see how the guy
Right.
was looking at her? He was like,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
didn't even know what she was
Okay.
saying.
Yeah.
okay, lady.
Bronwyn also brings up that the post or the social media information about her, they use the same Bronwyn Canouan or Canouan fraudport that Lisa had called her at Amy's party, Amy the socialite, the party that she had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when they played it back, it wasn't the exact same thing.
No.
She just
no.
called
It
her
was
a con
Fraudwyn.
artist.
She called her at the party. Lisa called Bronwyn Fraudwyn.
Fraudwyn.
But
Yeah.
this,
And she did call
Bronwyn.
her a con artist or a con.
yes,
That's what she
but
said.
yeah,
She didn't say Conwyn.
But like I said, when your past behavior makes people think that you would do something like that,
right.
you can't
Yes.
be, you know what I mean? You can't be pissed. And I think if Heather would have brought it up a little different in conversation that we'll talk about later on, I don't think that Lisa was ever going to accept the information. Like, she couldn't accept the information when Heather was trying to speak to her in the store. She wasn't going to
Right.
accept it anyway, but it could have maybe gone just a little bit smoother. But I feel like, though, well, we'll get to it. Don't jump ahead.
Well, Heather's talking to Whitney in the cabin, and they're talking about that, they really think that Lisa's the one who dropped this information, because Heather said what really solidified it for me was when Angie dropped that Lisa asked her to dig up information on Meredith's
On
family
Meredith.
when she was not in a good place with Meredith. And she's like, as
Mhm.
soon as I heard that, she's like, it just, I know that that's what she does. Like, that's what she
Yeah.
does. So Heather says, okay, well, let's get Meredith in here. So she sends Whitney to get Meredith. And then Meredith comes in, and Heather again says to Whitney, okay, tell her what we think. Like, Heather is so afraid to speak. And it's a shame. It really is a shame because, she should be able to say what's going on. She says it to Whitney, but she's afraid of Meredith.
Yeah, I think she's happy to be in with the cool girls, and she doesn't want to ruffle anything, although by the end of the episode, I think she changes her tune on that.
But I mean, what was she really hoping to gain by bringing Meredith into it? Meredith is not gonna.
Because I think they felt like if Meredith agreed with them, or if they had Meredith to back them when they approached Lisa with this, it gives it more merit.
But they already tried that. Heather already tried that on her walk, and Meredith already shut it down and said,
You're totally right.
if there's no proof, I'm not gonna do it. And Meredith with her correlation does not equate causation.
Right. She does talk like a lawyer. She is a lawyer.
I mean, she's definitely a lawyer.
She's got her lingo down.
She said her exact words, if Lisa is in fact feeding information to any media outlet, that's a problem, if that is true. She may not have done anything. We don't know. Okay. And even in her confessional, she said, why are they so worried about who planted the story and not even worried about what Bronwyn did? Well, why is she guilty? Why are you saying that she did this? Just because it's out there?
Yeah, and
Little
it was
Miss
so
Lawyer?
long ago. Like,
Right.
okay, it was so long ago.
Yeah. If it was about you, you'd be worried about who was planting it.
Right. Right.
Poor Angie can't go out to dinner, so she's staying back, and Mary's going to stay back with her too.
Mary was probably thrilled. You know why? Because Mary was like, look, I can just sit here and I can eat my fucking food finally. Because they never get to eat because they're arguing, and Mary's always starving.
Yep.
So Mary's like,
Yep.
fuck this. I'm going to stay right here in the bed and eat my food. No one's going to be yelling.
Captain Jason brought her ice and a blanket.
Yep.
That was nice.
Yeah. But that was nice of Mary to stay with her.
Yeah, for
Definitely.
sure.
Like I said, I think she had some motives behind it, but I think she would have done it anyway because I think she's a good friend like that.
I
agree, but if I were seasick and nauseous and somebody was eating fish
Next to
2
me,
feet away from me on the bed,
I'd be
I
like,
think it would make me want to vomit more.
I think she did actually vomit more.
I think she did.
Angie said to Mary, I'm glad you talked to yourself because it will entertain me and you won't be lonely.
Exactly.
So then Heather says to the ladies, cheers to Angie and her getting her sea legs and getting better. And she's trying to bring up that, there's an issue that we need to talk about. And she brings up Bronwyn and she puts it out there for somebody to say something, and nobody is saying anything, right? So Bronwyn jumps in, and because she was getting annoyed, she's like, well, why don't you tell Lisa, Brittany, what you said about her always acting like she's your big sister? And and then you don't want her advice. And why don't you, what you said to Meredith, that she slurs her words and goes from 0 to 100 over nothing. And like, she's had a seizure. I was like, oh my God. Like Bronwyn
It was a little
is
messy.
really,
That was messy.
It
That
was
was
messy.
Definitely messy.
Bronwyn
But
was
she was
messy.
probably like, I have to get the heat off of me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And also Brittany was sitting there like, oh, I say everything I say to their face.
Right. Exactly. Honestly, I love that she did that. I loved it. And as soon as she did that, Meredith did exactly what she was saying she did.
0 to 100. 0 to 100.
She's like, this is it. This is what I'm saying.
This is a seizure I'm
does
talking about.
Does kind of sound like she's slurring her words sometimes, Meredith.
Most definitely. We talked about this. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not insinuating that she has any kind of issue. I'm just saying that's how she talks. Her words are very drawn out. Maybe it's just her being dramatic, but sometimes it sounds like she's slurring.
It does.
And she does
And
go
then-
from 0 to 100.
100%. 100%. And
For
then
sure.
she picked up a glass and threw a glass at Brittany of water. And now we've got a broken glass on the deck that the crew has to come clean up. And then Brittany threw it back. Another glass at Meredith. I'm like, this is ridiculous at this point. Seriously. Like, and the poor crew, watching the crew, they're like trying to serve them food. They don't even know what to do. I mean, at one point when the chef came out, he's like,
But
he just looked around and
he
he's
just
like,
turned around and was like, yeah, I'm not
He
doing
was like,
this.
fuck this.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
It was embarrassing. I'll be honest with you.
Well, it
I mean,
was
I don't know.
embarrassing.
So then Brittany says that Meredith doesn't like her because she's the only one that's not afraid of her. What? What?
Delusional.
Exactly.
Absolutely
Way delusional.
So then Heather says, I just want to be real with you, Lisa. I think you were the source of all the dirt. I was like, well, it's about time you said something.
Yes.
And Lisa's like, why are you guys even questioning me? And Whitney jumps in because you're the one who always knows the information.
Well, first they tried to get Meredith to join in, and they were
Right.
referencing their conversation in their room.
Right.
And Meredith
right.
is like, yeah, you should talk about it.
Yep. I mean, I can't believe they actually thought that she was going to.
Exactly.
Yeah, what were you
Exactly.
thinking, girls?
Right. And then Meredith said, well, apparently when you're upset, this is when things get leaked. Lisa's yelling at Meredith. I hope you had my back. I hope you had my back, like a lunatic.
Yeah.
Lisa's like, it's not true. Meredith's like, well, see, that's all I needed. That's all I needed.
Meredith
She said it's not true.
did say whenever Lisa gets upset, stories get leaked. And Lisa started crying. And then that's,
Yeah.
And Whitney tries to get close to her, like, what are you doing?
What are you crazy? Yeah, what are you
I
doing?
wouldn't do that.
But it's
Lisa yells, you're lucky I talked to any of you.
aren't we all so blessed?
We're so blessed.
But it's amazing because Lisa was like her only defense besides she didn't do it was, oh, people tell me stuff and all of a sudden I'm responsible. I was
Right.
like,
Right.
what?
So you just said people tell you stuff.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Right.
And people must tell you shit because you fucking asked.
Right.
Or because they
Right.
know that you want to know.
I mean,
So I was like,
don't
what
know.
are you doing?
she mentioned, people tell me shit. I go to Harmon's. People tell me shit. I get a fucking Diet Coke. I'm like, do you have a brand deal with Harmon's and Diet Coke? Like, what?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Seriously, like, what are you doing?
Our Harmons went out of business.
I think didn't they all go out?
Probably.
Except for Salt Lake, I guess.
Except for Salt Lake.
Last stronghold, the U.S. Oh, no.
And they're all
Meanwhile-
screaming at each other, and Captain Jason brings their food out. I mean, that would shut me up.
I
That's
mean,
what I'm
Lisa
saying.
was clapping her hands. Clapping. You're lucky I even talked to you. And I'm like, what?
What are you doing? That's what I'm saying. Mary was very happy to eat that fish in that bed.
Yeah. Especially
The
because
stew
she could
brought her
hear them.
cheesecake. The stew brought her cheesecake when she
Could
was
eat it
down
all.
there, too.
Without all that
Yeah.
goings on.
Oh my God. Then Captain Jason, he just like bowed out. Like, I don't blame
Yeah,
him.
I'm
I would
out.
have bowed
No,
out too.
I don't blame him at all. My God.
Then Captain
all.
Jason goes to check on Angie and they're like, what is going on up there? It's just like,
What
so
then?
then Heather tells her to get off the boat. Heather says, get off the effing yacht if you don't want to be here. If you don't want to hear what I have to say, get off the effing yacht. Lisa said, all right, I'm leaving. Oh, okay.
So when Heather tells Lisa she thinks she's the source of the stories, and Lisa says, I can't be your friend, what did Heather think was going to happen?
Yeah, I was,
Like,
I don't know.
Heather seemed insulted that Lisa said that after she said, I think you're the leak of all. What did you think? How did you think Lisa was going to react to that?
you know what I think? I think Heather did a lot of drinking to get up the
I think
courage
they all did.
to say this shit to Lisa. So I don't think that she was thinking clearly. I think it took a lot for her to sit there and say in front of everybody. And I also feel like Heather was trying to have another moment like she had with Monica. But it
Yeah.
didn't land. It didn't land that way because there was no timeline, there was no receipts, there was no. But
Proof.
I just feel like it was this big dramatic thing that she was
Yeah.
trying to pull off. I think that the whole thing didn't make sense because it came off like, no, not that, like I said, not that I necessarily feel bad for Lisa, but it came off kind of wacky. Because
No, I agree.
you can't.
And listen, online, people aren't like, oh, Lisa definitely did it.
No, they're
Right.
not.
I mean, social media, it's kind of split.
Watch What Happens Live. Everyone thought Lisa did it.
And
Well,
she
there
was
you go.
there, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And she said that. I always lose when I'm here. I mean, she pretty much lost every poll.
She sounds like Teresa and Tamra.
Yeah.
Lord.
No, you lose because nobody likes you.
Right.
That's why you lose.
But you can't come at somebody like that and then think that they're going to want to talk to you afterwards. Like, she's on a yacht. Like, there's fish in the water. She's not going anywhere right then.
Right.
Leave her alone. Let her have her moment sitting at the
Yes.
dock of the bay there at the end with all the fish. And, Brittany too, like, no one, what are you doing? She don't want to
Don't go
talk to you
near her.
people.
Leave her alone. Let her be. Let her call her husband.
Right. Let her, let her do what she wants to do, but she's not going to want to hang out with you. So it just got weird. It made no sense. Heather's running around trying to catch her. And I was just like,
No, it was weird.
What
It
are
was
you
so weird. I'm
doing?
like,
That
why
was
is she
weird.
chasing her? Why
Yeah.
is she chasing her? And by the way, when she was sitting on that swim platform out there with her feet in the water,
I would have never put my feet in the water.
you're not allowed to do that. They get
No,
in
you're
big
not.
trouble, especially. I mean, someone just got fired on Below Deck Med for allowing someone to go down there at night in the dark
And put
and
your feet in the water.
in the
No.
and that person wound up falling in because they were really drunk. But still, you're not allowed to do that.
No, it's
Remember when
not.
that one woman jumped in the boat or
Jumped
jumped
in?
in the water and Captain Lee kicked her off the boat the next day?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, that's not a brilliant idea.
Sharks in that water. I wouldn't, like
hell
you said,
yeah.
I wouldn't put my feet in the water in the dark.
I know.
No.
I know. Crazy.
Oh, but I think that Heather, like I said, got herself all worked up to say this, had some drinks. And then I think after she said it, she kind of was like, ugh.
It was like,
You know what I mean?
womp.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was and then she's trying to backpedal and trying to fix the situation. She's trying to stick the Band-Aid on the knife wound, and it was not happening.
Yep.
Yes, it wasn't
No, it
working.
wasn't.
Mhm.
So after that, Heather goes into Angie's room and Mary's room, and she's crying. And they're like, what happened? And she's like, well, I called Lisa out. I told her that I think she's the source of the leaks. And, Angie's like, that's very brave of you. I'm like, okay.
Probably all she could muster up the energy to say.
Yeah.
I know.
Now get the fuck out so I can go throw
I
up in the
know.
bath. But even Mary was like, no, I agree with you.
She
I think
agreed.
Lisa's
No, they did.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
They all agreed on the boat. They all agreed except for Meredith. Everyone agreed that they thought it was Lisa that was the source of it.
Mhm.
Yes, they did. Yes, they
And
did.
like I said, whether she did it or not really isn't the point. The point is that you've done enough that people would think that was you.
Right.
Right. And the fact that you just protest so much makes it seem like
Yes.
it's you.
Right.
Her reaction, her defensive
Right.
reaction was very
Right.
telling. Very telling.
Like, don't do that.
Right. Just be
And then
cool.
Whitney's, yeah, don't be uncool.
Don't
Oh,
be
that's
all uncool.
Absolutely. Damn it, I wish somebody would have said that.
Yeah, right.
Whitney says to Daisy, oh, I want to sneak down to the kitchen. I'm like, oh my God, in the midst of all this craziness, you want to go in the kitchen and bother the chef?
Yeah.
And she lets her. Of course she
You
lets
probably
her.
wanted to get the fuck out of there, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And then Brittany asks Captain Jason, she's like, oh, do you actually run the ship? He's like, yeah. She's like, can you
No,
give
it's
me a
all
tour?
autopilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dumb shit.
Hey, listen, you say that, but with AI, it probably is going to be soon. You could
she's-
chat GBT how to sail a yacht.
Yeah.
She was a little too thirsty, though.
She always is. It's
Oh my
hard
God,
to
She's
watch.
very thirsty. Huh?
As soon as she's on the screen, it is so cringy. She just wants to be an actress. This is like a stepping stone for her. I really believe it. I think everything about her is fake and phony. This is an act. She's playing a role. I don't even think she's dating Jared. Even her daughter, I thought that whole scene with her daughter was an
Yeah,
act.
you felt like it was very performative.
So performative. Yep.
Real. I really think her daughter was real. I think her daughter was
I don't
being
know.
honest with her mom. I do. And I give her daughter a lot of credit for doing that. I think her daughter was real. Andy, interestingly enough, said that I don't know if it was on Watch What Happens Live. So Andy was on Call Her Daddy. Alex Cooper, did you happen to hear it?
Yeah.
It came out
I
today.
didn't listen to it yet, but I saw a couple of clips.
Yeah, so I don't remember if it was on there. It was on Watch What Happens Live. He said that he finds Brittany entertaining. Like
I'm sure.
he thinks that she's like a good part of the cast. And I'm like, entertaining? I'm thinking more phony. Like she's just very phony.
Yeah, but think about who you're talking about. You're talking about Andy Cohen. Like,
Right. Please.
he's the same one who brought Tamara back. He's the same one who kisses Teresa's
Yes.
ass still.
Yes.
He's
this is
not
true.
a very good judge of character.
No.
This is very true. This is very
He's
true.
just not. By the way, I'm just going to say real quick, I literally had to stop rewatching Jersey. I had to shut it off. I can't take it
You were
anymore.
getting
And
too
I know.
upset?
I know.
I'm going to tell you why. Because when I'm wrong, I admit when I'm wrong. And I stand corrected because I have blamed Louis for ruining this show for a long time. Teresa single-handedly ruined this show.
I knew it had to come back to
Louis
Nature.
didn't help, but Teresa became so nasty. The season Jackie and Jennifer came on, so nasty and so disgusting. I had to turn it off today. I'm like, you know what? It's not even enjoyable to watch. She ruined that show for me. And I'm telling you right now, if they bring Teresa back, I'm not watching Jersey. I'm not
She's on
doing
the
it.
boycott.
Who are you pointing at?
Myself.
Anybody who's watching.
I am not watching Jersey if they bring Teresa back. She sucks. Teresa sucks.
Because we're from
right.
New Jersey, and that's what we do.
That's right. That's right.
Rio. Okay.
All right. Bring it back to Salt Lake City.
You know, you could have saved this little Jersey thing for when we did Wife Swap and Melissa was on. But okay, I mean, we put it in Salt Lake because we can't have an episode unless we talk about Jersey.
Can't.
We
That's
have to
right.
have it in every episode.
That's right. Because I got more to say in that episode.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. So I actually don't have anything else about this day on the ship. Do you guys have anything else?
No, I mean, at this point, Heather just walks away and she's carrying the message, as she says.
Yeah. Yes. She's just gonna
Maybe,
carry the
though,
message.
maybe she should just wait until the morning when everybody sobers up.
I think that'd be a good idea.
Good idea. And how about we see Bronwyn sleeping out on the deck?
I didn't even notice that. She
I
did?
didn't either.
Maybe. No. Okay. So that was a coming attraction that I saw on somewhere. That we're gonna see
Okay.
Bronwyn.
I didn't notice that.
We're gonna see Bronwyn sleeping on the deck because
Well, we also see the unicorn in the ocean, right?
Yes,
Well,
we do see the
eventually,
unicorn
yeah.
in the water. Yeah.
but Bronwyn does sleep on the deck so that she doesn't have to
Interesting.
sleep with Brittany.
That's funny.
That is
Yeah.
interesting.
So we'll
All
see
right,
next
so
time.
We'll have to wait and see what happens. Thank you for watching and listening. Please give us 5-star reviews and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.